See these mountains covered in clouds right now, and this is the entire, you can see in the distance. Because of the mountains you cannot see that on a clear day. You can see that hills in the back, looks like the rocks have fallen down, and this entire area is covered. Now this is my Chandra, which I call it Chandra, and Chandra is also there with us. It is my chariot, you can call Chandra, the moon, and helps me in traveling to places where I can not go on foot. So this is helping us. I don't have a very comfortable ride like others have, but it is designed for what it does. It can go rough patches. Now if I go a little bit on this side, you can see there is a mountain which has been covered, and other side is Barona. There is no video I can take over there. Hello, namaste, and welcome to this exciting episode of Sattology Debunking Mythology. This is the first tour of Magical Atlas in the US, and I'm in the Barona reservation. You can see in the back all these mountains with stones like piled over each other. So I'm researching from Purana the Cronch Dweep, and which I mentioned in my original atlas also, that North America is Cronch Dweep. Now I have come here, this is my first tour, and you'll see behind me hills and mountains, which looks like somebody has over the top, some explosion has happened and all the rocks are piled up. Like from here all the way to Mexico, Tijuana, or all the way to when you go from El Centro to Palm Desert and all the way to Nevada, and in the Arizona, where there is a mountain, like when the Grand Canyon is there, all those places have the same topography. Like some old big war has taken place and this whole area has been covered with stones. Now many American scholars, like people who talk about the ancient history and things like that, they talk about some cataclysmic flood a few 28,000 years ago, 18,000 years ago. Totally not true. Totally not true. Because according to Puran information, beginning of this Manvantar, we are talking about many millions of years, there was a mass flood where the earth had gone under the water. It happened in Chakshusha Manu period, which is in the 6th Manvantara. At the end of the 6th Manvantara, this happened, where the one side of the earth went into the Garbhodak ocean. Now we have to use Puranic names there. Garbhodak ocean we all know, due to the whole story of Hiranyaksha and all those things, 6th Manvantara, not before that, happened in Chakshusha Manu period. And after that the story of Hiranyakashipu happened, which is in one of the previous. So it's a very recent phenomena. And so now in this particular we are in the 7th Manvantara. So the Prahlad story happened in this Manvantara, 7th Manvantara, not before this. So now keeping that cue, those timelines, now Cronch Dweep is mentioned in many Purana as a place where Skanda broke the Cronch mountain. Cronch means a bird, it's a name of a bird, which in English we saw crane. And the same thing happened in many other means happened before also. But this Manvantara, the story is of the Cronch Dweep, where this happened. In this Manvantara, Bhagavan Ram also came. Bhagavan Krishna has just gone back. So the Leelas have gone on. Now between those Leela, we are trying to see a place. The Barona reservation has a deep, I'm the ambassador of Ande Apache Nation, and also I'm trying to write this is my first Magical Atlas tour, and you'll see the book also, the religious studies and how things can be done. So in this Manvantara, this specific period is there, and this specific period is about the places, how these places came. So if you look at the mountains behind me, there's a whole mountain ranges behind me. It looks like the stones piled on top of each other, and then this is the way the stones are piled up. And this is a definitely like not natural. There is no volcano activity nearby. There was a volcano activity, but not in the recent period. People say millions of years back, and data has to be still verified. And if you turn around over there, I'm going to show you the video. There is again a mountain which has rocks have come on top of it, as if somebody exploded few things and it just came, and then over the period of time they settled down. The whole thing is looks like it is settled down. And these places have deep spiritual purpose for the residents here. We are in the Barona reservation, and it's itself Apache, and many other tribes are there, Luciano, and Luciano is more towards the Pala, and there are other tribes here which are part of this reservation, Pala reservation. So the natives have maintained a religious tradition of worshipping the earth and the sky, and particularly in here the fire. If you look at some observations in Purana, then the observation in Purana is that the Agni, the whole place appears like a golden mountain. Golden mountain. Now, when we say the golden mountain, means the California sands, which are known for gold, Peruvian sands, which are known for gold, Akatama desert, known for gold, and in fact, the gold was so easily available that you could easily pick it up with a shovel in the water and then collect gold nuggets. That's how the gold was available. And the natives never worried about it because it belonged to the earth. If it goes to the earth, that's benefit for them. Only for the Europeans that mattered the most, because from the minerals perspective, Europe is the poorest continent. Okay, that's why Europeans had to collect gold and loot and gold from everywhere else. The Europe is designed to be a poor continent, and the people have had the small mindset, living in a small homes or something like that. You can see the poverty rates in 13th century, 11th century, 10th century, phenomenally poor continent, and maybe as if like the gods have cursed it, the devtas have cursed that land. It was not like that before, when they used to worship Soma or the moon. Like in the Europe, if you see, the primary deity, the principal deity is Soma. Soma means moon. Therefore Stonehenge in UK, Stonehenge is in other parts of Europe is called Shakadweep. So, and on the northern coastal belts like Norwegian, Scandinavian and other areas, most of them have moon worship as a principal source of spiritual practice. But here is not like that. This is Kronchadweep. Here the water is the main deity. Varuna Dev is the main deity, and Varuna Dev is a devotee of Shiva, and Shiva is everywhere, all over the world. The humans know it. Earth I'm talking about is Shiva is the principal deity, Shiva and Durga. So any form of mother that is being worshipped in any part of this world is actually Shiva, and Durga. But so same Europeans came with a very poverty mindset. Now we're in a reservation, and it is not allowed to mine here. It's not allowed. So whatever mining was done by the Julian Mining Company, and that place is already looted beyond despair. But here it's not allowed now. So we are in a safe zone from the perspective of mining and other things. But if you look at the hills behind me, you will see the unique calm of a valley. It's raining today, so it's very beautiful weather. Normally this place is very sunny and very hot during the summers, and during the winters is the weather today what it is. It rains in winters here. Now this place, each hill is a sacred hill. Each hill is a sacred hill, and each hill has a particular purpose for the Native Americans. So you'll find lots and lots of people worshipping and carrying on the traditions of fire, the water, the air, ether, and all this worship going on in this part of the world. Now behind me, each of the names, so that hill is covered with clouds, and that hill is also covered with clouds, but on top of the cloud you will see a particular type of structure which is almost looks like a shivling. I will not call it a shivling for a simple reason, because like it's somehow it's like just stable, kept here like this, and it is by some divine arrangement it is kept like that. That's the most sacred part of this reservation. And like this you'll find every peak has a stone which almost looks like a shivling, and local traditions say it is pointing to God upwards. So that's you will find here in many parts of this area. We are in the southwest California, and it's called Southern California also. And Southern California is rich, especially San Diego County is one of the richest repositories of ancient history in this part of the world. And Southern is just adjacent to Mexico, so you can also cross over to Mexico, and then you can see more ancient remnants over there. So you'll find it very, very interesting. And my basis of study is Purana, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and that's what I refer to as original history of this earth. And therefore what you find in the videos with me is referenceable information from them, and I will put out some of the quotes and everything in the description of this video, so you can also check it out yourself. That's what I'll do. Now, for the purpose of clarification, I would like to say that this is the beginning of the study, and I invite all native communities as well as other communities to collaborate with me, work with me, to see how we can document each and every place. Now, one thing I will say, the Roman letters destroy the pronunciation generally. So Devanagari is a very beautiful script. It's not a language, it's a script that doesn't destroy the meaning of the words. So I'm documenting everything in Devanagari, and I want people to understand Devanagari and read the actual names of these places. Many of the names have been changed, like many of them have been changed to Spaniards because they are the first one to come here in this part of the world, Junipero Serra. But most of the times he never came here exactly because he was always on the coastal side, setting up coastal missions, preparing for a probable Spanish naval armada to come and protect him. Because he was a friar. Friar means they carry a sword as well as the Bible. So if you don't follow the Bible, there is a sword for you. That's what the friars do. And that's my understanding in summarizing everything. So people who are not a religious group of mind, if they clarify something further, I would like to debate with them. So with that being said, I'm going to show you some clippings of this area with my camera, and then we will work on other clippings also to make sure that the first video of Magical Atlas looks complete. Namaste.